report. Got a good guest today, guys. Anthony
Rumble
J.
in the jungle.
is about to be in the building. I'm going to go ahead and bring him out. With no further ado, one of the toughest fucking fighters I've ever met in my life. One of the baddest fucking wrecking balls that I've ever seen punch a fucking lights out. I don't even know if I said that right. The shit's about to get crazy. She's crazy. He's crazy.
We crazy.
All fucking crazy. Guys, I'm talking about none other who was well known for his brutal knockout power and intimidating presence inside of the octagon. And now retired American mixed martial artist who retired as the #1 fighter in UFC and was ranked #2 in the entire world. Had the most sub-minute knockout wins in UFC history with 5. And guys, he competed at the light heavyweight division. Straight out of Dublin, Georgia. Training out of Florida.
Country boy.
The homie. Bring his ass in, Mr. Joe Anthony Rumble Johnson.
In the jungle, baby.
My dude.
Already.
So I just want to let you guys know that, yes, his hands are as big as you thought they were. Pause. Literally fucking ate my little hand up.
Swallowed my shit.
It's like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm only like 5'10", soaking wet, 160 soaking wet. And he just fucking ate my hand up. I don't have one. So, kudos. Thank you so much for coming out, Anthony. What's happening with you, baby? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. I'm blessed.
Man, thank you so much for pulling up on us. We definitely got a lot to ask today. We got a couple things, guys. We're also going to run through the hour at the top of the 30-minute mark. We're going to talk about some Lakers. We're going to talk about Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine, who was a rapper straight out of New York, who got caught up in some situations that we kind of already told him that what he was going to be looking at, right? So, with no further ado, Mr. Anthony Johnson's on the mic. Anthony, first of all, we opened up the show today. The show is about respect. And the way that we opened this up was by saying that simply, if you seek respect, it would last longer than one seeking attention. Now, with the things that are going on currently in the news, there's been a trending story that's been going on for the past 3 to 5 days. Tekashi 6ix9ine, a rapper straight out of New York, self-proclaimed the king of New York, self-proclaimed the biggest blood in the world, self-proclaimed the hardest fucking what walking in these streets. He came to LA starting shit. He went to Houston starting shit. And now you got a lot of people that really would love to see you eat shit, bro.
Sound like the biggest dummy to me.
Man.
Now, Anthony, you say he sounds like the biggest dummy. Can you expand on why you say that he's the biggest dummy to
Well,
you?
sometimes you write a check that your ass can't cash, and that's what he's doing day in and day out. There's only so much you can say before somebody touches you. You know what I mean? And
Anthony, how big are you?
big enough.
6'2", right?
Yeah.
What's your weight?
About 250, 255.
You've knocked out a slew of people.
Yep.
You left the UFC at 22 and 6?
That's something like that.
Okay. All right. You guys, the hardest motherfucker that I've met within the last hour said that he's a stupid motherfucker. So if you gonna ask anybody, when you talk about cashing a check or writing a check that your ass can't cash, I think I'm gonna take that advice from this man right here.
Man.
Well, he's testing all of these dudes. Like, these streets don't play.
Man.
You know what I mean? They always gonna win. Like, you just can't come over in LA and start talking. But he come out when everybody asleep, though.
Oh, you know it.
You know
4
what I'm
o'clock
saying?
in the morning
Yeah,
type
yeah.
shit.
What is it? He went to Chicago to O Street or whatever.
Yeah,
ain't it?
when they hood.
Yeah. Who was on there? I don't know. Somebody was on doing another interview, and dude was like, you ain't had no birds chirping. You ain't had
Yeah,
nothing.
you
He was
already
like,
know.
everybody was asleep. He went
Yeah.
out there about 4 in the morning.
Of course. So here's my thing. For those who haven't been able to get a whiff of what we're referencing, who we're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and play a clip from Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, we spoke earlier, Mr. Johnson mentioned that he was writing the check that his ass couldn't cash. Guys, currently he's sitting in federal jail right now, and they are holding him waiting to see how fast he's gonna fucking snitch. And please believe that man wasn't built for this. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you get a audio of what we're referencing when it comes to the character of who was Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Nah, I tell niggas suck my dick every day.
You know. My father used to always say, if you tell somebody to suck your dick, man, you got to be ready to either kill or die.
And I'm ready to die, and I'm ready to kill.
Jesus Christ, that's not what we want, Tekashi.
Listen to me.
Young,
listen to me. Listen to me. I'm get under his skin.
You're not under my
I can
skin.
see I'm under his skin. Like, everyone knows I'm under his skin.
You're not under my
You
skin.
see, like, I probably rub off wrong to you, him, and probably a lot of people. But at the end of the day, it's my job to get under people's
But I
skin.
just be concerned because you're a young man, you're making money. People like your music. I don't understand why you have to do all the other
I
antics.
don't do it, bro. I address it for records.
Famous
And
last
listen,
words.
Listen, you
Yes.
don't got no Billboard records.
Yeah, because I got a
one.
nationally
But
syndicated
listen,
radio
you don't got
show.
no Billboard records.
I got a nationally
Listen.
syndicated radio show. I got a New York Times best-selling book. I've had hit
Okay.
TV shows. I executive produce a lot of TV shows. I got movies
To be
coming
honest,
out.
if it wasn't for this, I would have never heard about you.
That's cool. If it wasn't for you,
And I'm
whatever
telling,
you're
and
doing, I
I'm
wouldn't
telling,
know
and
about
I'm
you either.
and I'm telling you right now, that you say you got a what executive radio show?
Don't worry about it. I don't do nothing.
All right, this is gonna be your most viewed. This like I'm telling you for a fact, this is gonna be your most viewed.
You took your GED test yet?
Yeah, I took it and I passed it, and
That's
I wanted
dope.
to save it till the video that I'm about to drop is actually called Day 6ix9ine Graduation Day, and I passed it. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Thank
sir.
you.
I'm happy for
So
you.
I did pass
he sound
it, and
accomplished.
my
What was
court
the
date
point of
April
that?
10th.
You know,
And,
that to me wasn't it. Pause it right there, E. Stop it right there. If you guys wasn't able to, for our listeners and viewers, get a whiff of what we're referencing when it comes to the character of Tekashi. For those who have just tuned in, we're going to go ahead and play the rest of the clip so you guys can get a full visual and audio of what we're referencing.
Because back then, when I didn't have money for an attorney, they said this kid is a minority. He has nothing going for himself. He still lives with his mom. System just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was that, like, I'm literally showing the industry that all that fake gangster shit, cut it out, bro. Because a kid, look how stupid I look right now. I got a big ass 6ix9ine on my face, right? With rainbow hair. And I'm literally sitting here talking to you and talking about all these people want to beef with me and all these people calling me out, right? How stupid do they look? Like, I'm literally the one getting under their skin and making them act out of character. You get,
Tekashi,
Just
you
a
young,
lot
my
of
brother.
Nah, but listen to this.
You young,
listen.
man.
I
Like, you
respect
have no
a lot.
clue.
Nah, listen. I respect.
That same footstep.
I
And
mean,
famous last words are, I can't be touched.
well, this is what I'm gonna say to you, Charlamagne. Till that day, I'ma laugh because I know when that day comes, everyone's gonna laugh. So right
But
now,
you can
I'm
prevent
up.
that day, is what we trying to tell you.
That's what I've been doing, blood. Like, what you mean? Like, I've been preventing.
You can't
it.
tell
Like,
somebody suck your dick and then
Is that
don't
prevent-
show up.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Are there any,
I'm too old for this shit, man.
Are
That's
there
all
any
I know.
other artists
I
that
pray
you,
for
you
you.
look to
I
as
wish you the
mentors?
best.
Okay,
Don't look up to
that's it.
nobody.
Let's fucking cut this guy. We giving him a little bit too much time, guys. That was Tekashi 6ix9ine. So in case you've been sleeping under a rock, this is what's been going on with the young rapper. Now, 2 days before rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, according to hiphop.com and the Daily Beast, this is straight from the Daily Beast website, which is 2 days before rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine was indicted on gang-related racketeering and firearms charges, federal agents visited him to warn that his life was in danger. Now, several of his associates who had just been fired and dissed by him on a radio show, which was The Breakfast Club, were overheard on a wiretap saying that they wanted to super violate him. And I do quote those words, super violate. Now, the agents, those being the FBI, brought the 22-year-old star to Homeland Security's New York headquarters, explained the situation to him, and offered to put him up in a hotel. But Tekashi 6ix9ine declined the offer and returned home, where authorities kept him under 24-hour surveillance. Now, that Monday ended when Tekashi, whose real name obviously is Daniel Hernandez, was arrested and brought to federal court in Manhattan, New York, for an arraignment of 6 felony charges that could put him away for decades. Now, according to the indictment, the Brooklyn-born artist is a member of the 9 Trey Gangsters Bloods, a gang that allegedly peddled fentanyl and other narcotics, engaged in brazen acts of violence. Manhattan U.S. Attorney General Geoffrey Berman said in a statement that court papers also allege that Tekashi was no more a figurehead. So they do understand that he is not the leader of the 9 Trey Bloods, but they do understand that he is a figure that provides them the access and the monetary, if you will, for them to be able to commit, quote unquote, the crimes that they have allegedly committed. Now, the same month, Tekashi was photographed at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn with an associate who was accused of firing shots at gang rivals. Now, 3 months later, prosecutors said Tekashi and his crew agreed to shoot someone who had disrespected the gang. Now, the result was an innocent bystander being wounded at a barbecue in Brooklyn, which is alleged. Guys, he's just been involved in so many activities, peddling drugs, shootings,
I mean,
people being bodily injured.
There does come a time when you just trying to simply sell records. I don't even think he believes what he's saying.
Well, no, totally not. And that's what I'm saying, is that you've literally spent all this time on trying to gain all this fucking attention for what? You've spent almost $500,000 on just security alone, Tekashi. Wow. You don't know what you're doing, bro, because what you're doing is exactly what people have already tried to do what you were doing. They've already told you this. And time after time, you continue to tell them to suck your dick. So now, who's going to be getting their dick sucked by a man?
You know they serious when they put the feds on it.
Mr. Anthony Rumble Johnson. How you feeling today, fam? And
like I said, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than Tekashi, that's for sure.
Well,
a lot better situation than he in right now. They going to be beating his ass like a pinata.
Man.
Without a fucking doubt. Unfortunately. And, you know, like we said, I think on the ticket report, Anthony, we always try to make sure we do one thing, which is aspire to inspire. I've had a tough childhood growing up. I'm sure you've had your fair share. You've experienced. That's just, unfortunately, the majority for black males growing up. We don't really get the opportunity for some reason, especially in our generation, the millennials and the baby boomers as well. We didn't have that double parent household. So now it's all about trial and error. Let me make this mistake. Oh, and am I going to learn from it is the question. The ticker report